I welcome you all to this meditation session on silence of silence. You see, there are thousands and thousands of ways of meditating. In Kal Bhairavi Tantra, they say there are 108 meditations, and if everyone starts from one side, there is no human being who cannot meditate on any one of them. Everyone will find its own meditation. So, today in this session, we are going to explore one small nano insight, and that nano insight is silence of silence. Generally, when we look at meditation, it is control of breath and forcing our awareness onto our body. This awareness, we travel it throughout the body and we focus on the breath, how it is going in and how it is coming out. And in this focus, we lose the control of the mind. And when the mind is lost, that no mind space which emerges is the point of happiness, bliss. Today, we will go one step ahead of these preliminaries and try to explore the silence of silence, which is a advanced stage of meditating. It is not run of the mill where you focus on breath only. Touch your finger with your thumb, very little pressure, and bring them onto your knees, or you can put them in your lap. Take a deep breath, focus on the breath. Focus how breath is touching the nostrils from inside. When the breath is going in, it is cool. When it is moving out, it is hot. Very slowly close your eyes. Let the lights get dimmed the way they are dimmed in a theater. Absolutely. Eyes are closed. We are focusing on breath. We are observing that mind is settling down. There is no agitation in the mind. There are no thoughts. Whatever thoughts are coming, we are just allowing them to pass. They are rising. They are showing their existence from a distance. We are smiling at them. We wave at them and we allow them to pass. We allow the thoughts to pass. We take a deep breath. Hold it and release. Once again, a deep breath. Release. And now we will say the word Om 3 times. A, U and Ma. When we say A, we focus on our navel. When we say U, we focus on our heart. And when we say Ma, we focus on the point between our eyebrows. This 3 times Uchcharan of Om will settle down all the agitations of the mind and we will become very focused to receive the further instructions. With utmost ease and comfort, we are sitting and our awareness is only on our breath, and at times we feel the pressure of the finger on the thumb. That's all. Rest, everything is immaterial. Whatever is happening is not happening. Once we finish this preliminaries, then we will move into the silence of silence part. So let us take the breath in. Let us start with Om. Take control of your breath. A deep breath. Take control of your breath again. A deep breath. This time the O will be elongated and the focus will be on heart. A deep breath in. The third time, take control of your breath. A deep breath, focus between the eyebrows. In. There is absolute peace. Absolute peace all around. Now, with closed eyes, just energize your body for a duration of, we'll take just 5 minutes. Energize your body with happiness, and then we will move forward. Focus on your toes, fill them with happiness. Focus on your ankles, fill them with your happiness. We are moving from feet towards the head. Now focus on your shins, happiness. Kneecaps from inside, happiness. Kneecaps from outside, happiness. Thighs, happiness. Navel, entire gut feeling, entire intestine area, the belly part of it, happy. Everyone is happy out there. All the bacteria and the microbes which are inside, they all are feeling happiness. It is infectious. One smile lights up the entire world. Happiness. Lungs, happiness. Liver, stomach, kidneys. In your own way, feel happiness in your above torso. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, hands, neck, front, sides, back of neck, forehead, eyes, ears, cheeks. The moment you bring awareness to cheeks, your smile becomes 2000 watts. Chin, entire body. Once we have filled our entire body with happiness, everything is getting healed. Our inner immunity is increasing. The strength to fight the virus is increasing. Our internal world is gearing up. We are feeling happy. Blood is rushing to every cell, picking up the debris from there and the nonsense of all the negativity that we had been accumulating and bringing it to lungs, and with exhaling we are throwing it out. The entire body is happy. The entire body is filled with happiness. Okay, now with closed eyes, I want all of us to imagine a point 5 kilometers from wherever you are, very far off distance, and imagine a bus out there. Try to recall the sound of that bus, which is 5 kilometers from here. Go and sit inside your ears, next to your eardrum. Focus on your ears and eardrums from inside. Are you hearing the sound of that bus? No. But you can imagine the sound of that bus. We call this as far distance. Imagine now the second imagination. Imagine a market 3 kilometers away from where you are. Imagine the noise that is being generated in the market, the traffic, the hawkers. Imagine every traffic police, everything out there, everything that is coming from them. Come to a place which is just outside your house. So the first bus is far distance, the market is middle distance, and just outside your house is near distance. Imagine any traffic going across, any scooter moving, any hawker, any generator sound, any sound which is coming just outside your house. Focus and try to listen. This is the sound you will be able to listen. Now come to the room where you are sitting. There is a sound which is coming, this sound, my sound. In addition to this sound, there are other very small sounds which are inside the room. The clock, a distance dog barking, the sound of humming of AC or the fan or the fridge or any other electronic equipment. There are sounds inside the room. So we have sounds from far distance, from middle distance, from near distance, and from immediate vicinity. Sounds are coming from everywhere. And we are sitting next to our eardrums, inside both the eardrums. We are focusing on our eardrums, and all these sounds, either imagined or real, are striking the eardrum. We can see the eardrum vibrating. Only then it goes into the mind. Focus on your eardrums. When you focus on your eardrums, you will observe the breath is also very gentle. Just a few drops moving out and a few gulps coming in. The stomach also gets tightened. The birds chirping in near distance, striking the eardrums, and the eardrum is vibrating. Now change your focus from all the outside sounds to the visibility of the eardrum. And in between the striking on the eardrum, there is a silence. In between of all the sounds, there is a sound of silence, absolute silence. Then it gets broken by any one of the sound from all the four sources. Either a imagined marketplace will come to give you a sound, or that distance bus will come to give you a sound, or the bird chirping outside, or the clock, or my sound. In between of all these sounds, there will be cracks, like the crack in a door and the light coming in. That is the silence. Focus and try to find the silence. We all have seen our faces in a mirror. Let us imagine that a smaller edition of ours is sitting inside our head, and he is picking up only the silence from this noise. So the outer world silence, it finishes at our eardrum. The inner world silence finishes at the eardrums of this inner. This inner smaller edition is the one who's listening only to silence. And when he is listening to silence, his own inner voice is interrupting his silence. Now this is very subtle. This is very subtle. The way we have external sound interrupting our internal silence, similarly this smaller edition of ours, which is inside our head, his silence is interrupted by his own inner voice. Pick that silence between his own inner voice. Pick that silence. Touch that silence. Try to feel that silence. There is one silence from the outer world, and there is another silence from the internal world. Focus to touch that. We can continue to go inside, off, inside, off, inside, off, inside, off, inside. We can, with practice, we can reach that final absolute silence by negating or throwing out the voices which keep coming inside and inside and inside and inside. It is like a staircase going down into a well. Deep, deep inside. Silence. Catch hold of that silence. Today we might be able to reach only first level. There are thousands and thousands of levels. In Yog Vishisht Ramayan, there are 108 such levels identified in one of the stories. There is a silence, and then you inside a head there are two things. One is the silence from outside and the voice from inside. In between these two there is a second level of silence. Try to touch that. And when we focus on that silence, we experience a happiness. Focus on that silence, the silence of silence. We can hear the pigeons. In between the two beats of pigeon, there is a silence. And in that silence, there is a internal voice. Now, between the internal voice and the silence, there is another silence. One level down. Try to touch that. Try to touch that silence which is inside our head and is in between the two thoughts. The external noise we have left at our eardrums. The internal noise we leave at the eardrums of our internal smaller edition. And we go inside that head and we find pure silence. But there also, this internal guy will have a voice. Such internal voices, one after the another, deeper, 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 are our gut feelings. Some get expressed, some don't get expressed. And all of us are connected at the ultimate, final, silent level. All human beings, living organisms, everything gets connected there when we go deep, 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 deep inside. And the process of going deeper inside is catching hold of the silence between the two silences. As we connect to that innermost silence, we feel the irrelevance of all the attachments and aversions that we have developed. Everything is irrelevant and it falls down. The only thing that connects us is in that silence, love for everyone and internal joy to be shared. Let us take a deep breath, catch hold of the silence, and come out of it very slowly. Open your finger and thumbs, straighten the index finger, straighten the thumb, bring both hands closer to each other in front of the heart. Do not touch them. Bring as close as possible. Feel the heat of your left hand onto your right and the right hand onto your left. The palms will feel the heat. Both the palms will feel the heat. Now rub them together as if that heat was a wad of cotton. You're making a ball of cotton out of it. Bring up slowly with utmost care so that this thing does not drop. And then when you are at your eyes level, open the palms and put them on your eyes. Let the entire energy of meditation which you have acquired in the last 30 minutes get inside your eyes. Slowly pull your hands down, open your eyes very slowly in 3 steps. In first step, just 10% and close them. Let 10% of world enter you. Then make it half, close it, and then finally open your eyes. And just recall the silence of silence that we have experienced.